Widmark, over to Pepe. Pepe shot, he scores! Welcome back, Brendan Pepe. It's Roanoke's third power play goal in as many tries, and it's 3-1 Dawgs here at 4:38. It's kicked free by Gallagher for Pepe. Roanoke a chance to come left to right. Gallagher will gain the zone with Pepe. Gallagher will shoot just wide of Clay's. Pepe trying to center back for Gallagher, and he scores! Carson Gallagher gives Roanoke the win in overtime, just 52 seconds into the frame. Two players dropping the gloves. Pepe and Noreka, check that, that's Jerusek. Pepe hits the right over the top. Jerusek answers with the undercut. Pepe trying to get his right free. He'll get a couple. He's hammering Jerusek over the top of the helmet. Jerusek answers with a big right hook, and then Jerusek gets the takedown. You saw those two end up getting away from the scrum behind the Pensacola net. Pepe handling himself pretty well there, and it's Brendan Pepe, number 29, the reigning defenseman of the year. He has 1 for 3 in the shootout all time. He had a game winner back on December 16, 2023, and this exact type of shootout event. He uses a same move, and he scores! Make the backhand, back to the forehand. It's 9 games in a row for the Rail Yard Dawgs. They went 3-2 in the shootout in front of the first ever sellout in Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs history.
We're here with Rail Yard Dawgs defenseman number 29, Brendan Pepe. Brendan, you guys set a new franchise record this year with 34 regular season wins. You guys had that monster 10-game winning streak, and you finished in third place for the second straight year. I know it can be difficult sometimes to process and try to put that in perspective when you don't reach that ultimate goal at the end, but when you take a step back and look at the whole season, the whole picture of it, how did the season go from your perspective this season?
Yeah, it was a great regular season. I think a lot of guys found it easy to play at home, just in front of all the Roanoke fans. There were a lot of them this year, so I think that made it easy to get up for those games. We struggled on the road for a bit, especially in the beginning of the season, but I think as time went on, at the end of the season, we figured out how to play away and kind of tied everything together and put together a good end to our regular season.
You started the season pursuing an opportunity in the ECHL, but you ended up coming back with the Dawgs in November. What was the start to the season like for you when you were away from Roanoke and trying to chase that opportunity, and what was it like for you when you were able to return to the Dawgs and find some success again too?
Well, being in different cities for different teams kind of opened my eyes to how special Roanoke really is. There's no big booster club or die-hard, passionate fans like there are in Roanoke and these other places I was at. So that was pretty cool to see. In terms of how it affected my play, maybe just not playing in a game for a little over a month, I think it was, I think set me back a bit. Just I was a step behind coming into Roanoke, and I think and a little out of shape too. A couple games first few games I was sucking wind, but it was a cool experience, but overall I was happy to come back to Roanoke.
He was briefly around your first season with the Dawgs back in the 22-23 season, but this year you had to play a lot of the time in a pair with fellow defenseman Bryce Martin. What was it like getting to play alongside of Marty, getting to kind of rekindle that friendship that you'd had from a few years back, and how do you feel like you guys suited each other as partners this year on the blue line?
I love playing with Marty, and it's funny because I played with some of these defensemen for a while, and I never actually was paired up with them. So I think this was, the first time I was paired up with Marty, and I think our games complement each other really well, and we weren't out there to get points and whatever, but I think our job was to make it as easy as possible on each other, and having Marty as my team partner definitely takes how do I say this? He definitely watches my back. If something happens to me, he makes sure to make it known not to do it again.
You were here when the team won the President's Cup championship back in 2023, and now you've also been on the other side of it the last 2 years where you guys maybe had bigger goals or maybe had the higher potential to make another deep run again and be there in the mix. how do you feel like the leaders in the room, the other returners coming back in the fall, can maybe take the finish from this year in the playoffs and try to build off of that and learn from it to get back to where you guys want to be next season?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we've been missing these past 2 years is like our big physical presence we had. Our first year we won the championship. I think that's something that Brem said, and we'll probably say in his year-end interview as well, is that they want to get back to that Dawgs brand of hockey where the other team's walking out with ice packs, and whenever they walk into the rink to play the game, they're saying, "Oh, we got to play the Dawgs tonight."
It's easy to see that the fans have really grown to love and embrace you over the last 3 seasons that you've been here. This year was no different when you come back in the fall. You've already mentioned them twice in other answers before I even got the chance to ask about it, but what has it been like for you to be able to kind of curate that relationship with the fans here in Roanoke?
Yeah, I mean, the fans are awesome here. I mean, they're always going that extra step to make us feel at home in Roanoke, bringing us gifts and getting bracelets from the little kids and taking pictures after games, getting big picture board, stuff like that. So yeah, no, it definitely feels like home to everybody that plays here, and the fan base keeps growing, so it's only going to get better.
On top of that, you're now ranking 9th place all time in games played for the franchise in the blue and gold, and naturally, one would imagine over time your views, your words throughout the room, they continue to find and carry more and more weight among the other guys that are in the locker room. How do you kind of approach that role now, being one of the leaders on the team, whether you have a letter or whether you don't, and what do you kind of see as your job or your role outside of the X's and O's, or maybe just your shifts on the ice as far as how you could contribute maybe in that department?
Yeah, I don't think I have as big of a voice in the locker room, or at least I don't use it too much in the locker room. I leave that for the more veteran guys than me with the letters on their jerseys. But I mean, I think what I bring to the locker room is making sure everybody comes to the rink every day with a smile on their face. Or this is our job, but we're also having fun. And if you're not having fun here, then you're probably not getting better either. To add to that, I think you say what do you say? You say first up, but what do you say? Last on the ice?
Last man off, first man up.
Last man off, first man up. So I stay on the ice and make sure I'm working on my craft and making sure guys stay out with me to work on their craft.
Now you've had maybe a couple of days to start to unwind and to start to kind of sit back and catch your breath. What comes next for you in this summer, as far as maybe now that you've gotten away from the game, gotten away from the rink for a couple of days? What does that process look for you here this summer?
For the summer, I mean, I guess it hasn't really hit me yet that the season's over. So maybe take a step back and look at how the season went and really let it hit me. But I mean, other than that, just spending time with family. It's a long time away from family, other than seeing them on family weekend, of course. But spent a lot of time with my girlfriend. We're going on vacation to Peru this summer, so that'll be fun. And then other than that, once I get back in the swing of things, I'll be coaching, giving lessons, be in the gym, and men's league.
I feel like the Pepe family has a lot of love here in Roanoke, just like you have. So I'm sure you've earned some great family time with them. But I always like to leave it open-ended to you guys. If there's something that I missed, something that you'd like to say, whether it's for the fan base or anyone that could be watching this today, is there anything that you'd like to say here to wrap this up?
No, I think you pretty much hit all the points. Thank you to all the fans. Love you guys, and yeah, I'll see you when I see you.
Sounds great to leave it there, buddy. Appreciate your time as always. You are the man, and best of luck to you moving forward. All right, buddy.
Mitch, thanks for having me.